up, you guys? So today I'm going to be doing a story time, kind of like a tip video and a pros and cons, all in one about my experience with working at Hooters. So the first time I ever went into a Hooters, I went in there out of curiosity and to eat lunch with a guy that I was dating. At that time I lived in Houston, Texas. I was 18 years old. So this was a while ago. I'm 30 now. So anyway, I went in there out of curiosity and I was hungry. So we went in there and my waitress came over and she asked, she asked our drinks and everything like that, like normal. And then she went to the back to make the drinks. And then she came out and then asked me if I was interested in a position, because her manager would like to know. And I said sure. I was flattered and surprised because I was not expecting that. So she came over with an application and I filled out the application, and then the manager came over and spoke to me and we set up an interview. So I ended up going to the interview days later, and he hired me. We set up a time for training, but I had to set it out for 10 days later because I already had a paid-for trip to visit Greenville, South Carolina, where I'm originally from, to visit friends and family. So I couldn't start until then. So I ended up going to Greenville, South Carolina to visit my friends and family. Met a guy out there, got into a relationship, ended up being a long-distance relationship. My mom was in a relationship also with someone who she had been dating off and on for 5 years. And this person lived in Columbia, South Carolina, which is only about an hour and a half away from Greenville. So at that time she was already contemplating moving back, or moving to Columbia, South Carolina to be with him. And anyway, so at that time we both wanted to move there and it was only us living there. So we up and moved to Columbia, South Carolina. So me and the guy, he actually ended up moving in with us at now my stepdad's condo and my mom's place or whatever. So anyway, I went and applied for the Hooters girl position in Columbia, South Carolina. Got hired on the spot. And anyways, so that's like the intro of me working at Hooters, I guess, or me. Okay, so anyway, I want to mention what I was wearing, because I'm going to go ahead and tell you it is important that, you know, how you look, I guess first impression or whatever, whenever they see you, if you look like you are, you know, a fun, bubbly person, you do not have to have big boobs, do not have to have any plastic surgeries or anything like that. Just look like you take care of yourself, and as long as you can, you know, like you have to wear your hair down, and I did wear my hair down when I first went in there trying to get a job, and yeah, hair's down, and make sure you wear something that shows your physique or your figure, and wear makeup and smile a lot. And yeah, that's pretty much, I feel like, how I got the job on the spot, because I went in there trying to look my best. And obviously that restaurant and restaurants like it are very image based. They yeah, they have certain looks that they're looking for in terms of the Hooters girl. So anyway, if you're going to go in there and try to apply for a job, go there when it's not rush hour, not lunch, or not like a pop-in time that people would go there to eat. So if you go there on the weekday, say like a Monday or a Tuesday at like 2 o'clock or 3 o'clock in the afternoon, chances are you'll be able to speak to a manager, which is what you want, because that's what's going to get you hired. It's not going to be someone else. I mean, you have to speak to the manager, obviously. So, so that is some tips kind of for if you're, or a tip if you're trying, a couple tips actually, if you're trying to get a job there. Let's see. I do have my notebook because that's how I can make sure that I say all the points that I want to say. So, yeah, and the thing is you do have to fit into the clothes. So, the shorts come in double extra small, and small. So the shorts have a good amount of elasticity, so they do give. So it's not as strict as I'm making it sound. Let's see. You do not have to have fake boobs. Remember, I told you that. Because for some reason people think, I guess because of the name Hooters, that would make sense, I guess, to think that. You have to wear hose. Isn't that crazy? Like, you have to wear, like, these tan hose that you think of, like, back in the 90s when women used to wear these nude hose. But yeah, you have to wear those. The outfit is not the... I mean, it's comfortable, I guess, because it's, like, gym-ish type clothes. It's a tight tank top and, like, shorts, like, booty shorts. But the hose are not that comfortable. I'm just not... I don't like hose that much. But you do have to pay for all your attire, so yeah, you gotta pay for the hose, and thankfully they have, conveniently, they have vending machines in the locker room where they sell the hose and stuff. So, and that is very convenient because those hose rip easily. So, tips were good, I will admit to that, although I remember this one time, it's just this one particular time stands out in my mind, but okay, my camera keeps wanting to cut out, and it's really pissing me off. Okay, but I remember this one time, it was like a huge family that came in, and they had a bunch of kids, and it was like a Sunday afternoon, and they left a massive mess, like a massive ass mess, like for real. And their bill was like $150 or something like that, and they did not tip but like $3 or something like that. So I was really pissed off about that. But overall, I'd have to say that's not the main experience you would face at Hooters. Generally, people are very generous at Hooters in terms of tipping. The more you flirt, obviously, the more interactive you are. If you're a good server and taking care of your customers, obviously you're going to get tipped more for the most part. Obviously, people are going to ask you for your numbers. You are wearing revealing clothes, and you are required to be very personable and interactive. So some people are going to feel more comfortable with asking for your number or leaving their number on the receipt. I was in a serious relationship at the time, so I didn't. I would just say I'm in a relationship, and most people would be respectful about that. Although there were some creepers here and there that did not respect the fact that I was in a relationship, or other women were in a relationship too. So what is another thing? You do not get free food, but you do get a discount code, or a discount that you enter in whenever you check yourself out for food. The most, I'd say, it was really crowded on like bike nights. I've watched some of these videos, and I haven't really heard anybody talk about bike nights, so I don't know if it's just the Hooters that I worked at. But I actually don't even remember if it was in Columbia, because now this video is all over the place. But I also worked at the one in Greenville, South Carolina, because we ended up moving to Greenville. I don't remember why. This was a long time ago. A lot of shit's happened since then. So I ended up getting a job at the one in Greenville, South Carolina, and the one in Greenville always had bike night on Wednesday nights. So like all kinds of bikers were coming in there showing off their bikes, and people were drinking. The parking lot would be packed. So those were nights to make some good tips and meet some cool people. So I don't know if they do bike nights everywhere, but game nights and weekend nights, obviously nights period, are going to be better if you want more customers. So anyways, I also want to mention, I did not have breast implants then. I didn't get my breast implants until about a year and a half ago, middle of 2015, like June-ish. So I was very flat-chested, but I wore like a push-up bra or something like that. And I still was flat-chested, but they didn't care. Like I said, the employees don't care about your boobs. They just, as long as you look cute and you have a cute physique to them. So, you're not supposed to be wearing your uniform out and about. That's another thing, because they get worried you will get stalkers or something like that. Another thing is, you don't want to wear the uniform, especially out if you're out partying or drinking, out to a bar or anything like that, because you can get fired for that. if the management hears that you are out and about drinking and partying with your uniform on, because they don't want to make the restaurant look bad or whatever. So managers are good about making you feel safe. So if you have, you know, customers that are being inappropriate to you or trying to touch you or something like that, thankfully the management is really good about kicking people out versus caring about their money. So they will make you feel protected and cared about in that way, so that's good. People will ask you for pictures, so that is a common thing that happens. Yeah, pictures with you and themselves together. So yeah, there's that. And then it was fun, like whenever it's kind of dead or whatever, the management would ask us to all, or a group of us to all, go out in the parking lot and like dance and like play music to entice people to come in. So that was always fun. Let's see. My parents weren't too upset about it. They didn't really care, I guess. The only time there was like bad drama, I'd say, or not bad drama, but just like drama in general, is like the caddy girls who, you know how there's always those girls that they just don't get along with other girls over like really petty stuff. So there would be girls that would get pissed off if, like, say they had regulars, customers that usually sat in their section, and they tipped well, or they just liked that customer or whatever, and they came and sat in your section. They would get irritable and pissed off towards you because they think you're stealing their customers and stealing their money or whatever. So yeah, there is that. And obviously, if you're working in a group, or in a setting where it's a lot of females, there's gonna be a little cattiness. You know, there's always like that girl or those few girls. Alright, sorry you guys, my stupid camera cut out. So what I was saying is there's always gonna be that, you know, a couple of girls that, you know, are more focused on drama and starting stuff over petty things. So and that may not be all Hooters, that's just the Hooters that the experience that I had. But other than that, you guys, I'm going to tell you a quick little story about, let's see. Oh, we got a free membership at least at the Hooters that I worked at, both the Columbia, South Carolina one and the Greenville, South Carolina one. We had a free membership for tanning and the gym. So that worked out with maintaining the figure that is required, I guess, to work at that place. Anyways, what is the last thing that I wanted to mention? Oh yeah, that story. Okay, this story is weird, but like I said, most people were respectful, or most guys were respectful if you told them that you were in a relationship and you can't really be giving out your number, or you can't take their number or whatever, you can't really hang out. But there was this group of guys in there one time, and they were all drinking. They were cool at first, but I guess once they got that buzz in, they started thinking that they can say some inappropriate sexual things to me, and it was really uncomfortable. Like I said in the beginning, they were chill, like they were totally fine, but the alcohol must kicked in and they just felt super comfortable, and they started asking me all kinds of like sexual harassment type questions. My freaking camera, oh my gosh. Anyway, I went and told my manager after I was experiencing that, telling them how uncomfortable I felt, and obviously, like I said, they're really good about making you feel secure and safe in there. So thankfully the manager went over to the table and asked them to leave. So that was awesome, because I don't know, it just shows that the manager and the management cares more about the employees and the girls more than just some money in their pocket. So anyway, that is all for this video, you guys. I hope that was helpful if you are thinking about getting a job at Hooters. It's great to me, honestly. Everybody has their own you know, whatever the word is. Everyone has their own opinions, I guess, on being a Hooters girl. I know there's that whole stigma, but the money is pretty good, especially like if you're trying to pay your way through college, or if you're a single mom, or you just have, you know, you need money and it pays well. Now the hourly wage that you get is, I remember at that point it was like $2.13 an hour, so it's obviously below minimum wage, because you get tips. So the tips is where you get your money. And that's pretty much the same with all waitressing jobs or waiter jobs. So anyway, that is it for this video, you guys. So I will see you guys in my next video. You know what? I want to talk about, I guess I'll go ahead and address the elephant in the room. If you have watched many of my videos, you know that I do not have blonde hair. I have a long dark hair, if you haven't seen any more my other videos, so it is stuffed up in there in a little wig cap. But I have damaged my hair a long time ago. I have a whole story time about that with wigs and how I've damaged my hair in the past, and why I no longer bleach or dye my hair anymore, that I'm just going to continue letting my hair be natural and dark, and I won't ever color it because I have some PTSD with some frying that went on back in like 2010-ish. So we'll talk about that at on another video. But yeah, thankfully my real hair has grown out. You have seen it if you've watched any of my other videos, and it's normal, healthy hair, whatever. But yeah, I like to be able to change it up. So I don't know, I didn't want to fry my hair again, so I got a wig. So anyway, I'll see you guys in my next video. Thank you guys for watching. Don't forget to subscribe for more. Alright, bye you guys.